unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples, and in particular, we'd like to make mention of our relationships with the Kikite, Katsi, Tsleil-Waututh, Kwantlen, Semiahmoo, and Matsqui First Nations, our closest neighbors. Always an honor and privilege to live, work, learn, and play in this territory. The Blackfish, their first ever appearance in franchise history in the championship, and the defending champions, the Shooting Eagles, with some familiar faces from last season looking to taste glory once again. And for the Blackfish, a lot of players that have tasted some defeat over the last few seasons. Right here, right now, they have something to say as Bromley tries to kick things off with a bang. Brandon Humphrey will say no. As Brandon Humphrey, you know him, you love him, number 35 in your roster, number 1 in your hearts. Played on a couple of different teams in this league, started his ALL career with the Grizzlies, ended up getting traded last season to the Blackfish and has never looked back. Cross seam feed, bounces out right into the waiting glove of NLL veteran Alex Bouquet. Spent time with the Warriors and last season the Saskatchewan Rush. Now spending some time with the Shooting Eagles in the Arenalacrosseleague. And as well, I hear an upcoming tryout to be the netminder for Team USA at the upcoming Worlds as Declan Fitzpatrick. The opening goal of the championships shall go down on the score sheet with his name next to it. Fitzpatrick had actually rolled his ankle in the later stages of the semifinals, game 2 of Sunday. Weren't sure if we were going to be able to see him in this one, but hey, if the ankle's sore, you're not going to see it there as that shot wicked into the top corner. As Gottfriedson off of the restart will feed it down to the near side and a one-hopper. Bit of a different offensive look today for the Blackfish as no Josh Mills in the lineup, but they get quite the nice replacement as Roberts tries to go in front. That one knocked out of the stick as Ryan Jones will make his return to the lineup. As Reese Blake gets the screen, he'll take the shot wide of the goal. That one nearly rebounding back in as Squarek ran right through Corbett, who tried to set the screen. Corbett getting the worst of it there as Reese Blake's shot had gone wide. Jensen leaves that one for McIntyre. Forced to the line, and we'll have to see if we get a Cody Adamson sighting in this game. He was a late scratch from the roster, pretty banged up after the semifinals, but we did see him out in warm-up. McIntyre feeds it across the zone. There's Ryan Jones as it popped out of his stick. Maple Ridge Berard from the WLA. Bouquet fights that one off of the one hop, sends it up into the rafters. So for Ryan Jones to come back again, it's an interesting piece to the puzzle because the offense had started working so well for the Blackfish. If you have another guy that's good at ball possession. Gillis that takes the shot as Bouquet gets the save, the rebound sent off him as well. As the Shooting Eagles trying to come away with a loose ball. Gillis going to work him into the boards. Connor Watson there as well as the count from the official to see if they get the 8-second back floor violation. Heinsohn able to work it ahead. And they'll bring it to the near side. Dylan Lacroix being watched by Kellner and Barnes. Lacroix curls back out towards the point. Doesn't take the shot. He'll feed it over to Garrett Winter. In to Mark Yingling. Yingling and Barnes. As Shinato strips it away, but Yingling gets the loose ball. Back up high. Lacroix fakes in, shoots. Humphrey the save. And Cote is going to get the loose ball. Cote across. Lacroix can't pull the trigger on the quick stick. Lacroix surveying the floor. 12:03 in behind. As Cote back up to the near side. Lacroix feeds it across. Cote, quick shot, scores! Some great work to keep the loose balls alive, and then a quick shot in front of the goal, and it's 2-0 for the Shooting Eagles. Cote with a quick opportunity in front of the goal. Great positioning. Starts that one from in behind, feeds it out in front, and then the defense loses track of him there as he cuts inside on Shinato. And lightning quick, lickety split in and out of the stick. And it's a 2-0 lacrosse game. 11:50 left to go. This is the early onset that the Shooting Eagles wanted. There's a derelict stick. Reese Blake will retrieve it. Illegal pick play called, as that will earn possession back for the Shooting Eagles. They had to stall for a second when they picked that one up. So no long-range passes. It'll be in the neutral zone. Declan Fitzpatrick bringing it down the near side. He scored the opener here. Tries to power to the center, spins, ball popped out. He gets it right back over to the near side. Here's Bromley. Bromley, far wing, quick shot wide of the goal. That one had some horsepower to it. Bromley can't scoop it up. Second chance, nice poke by Squarick. Here's Shinato, challenged by Porter. Shinato bumps, and he'll just take it to the outside. Squarick was in front as well. Shinato will pull it back out to Ethan Umlaut. 11:05 left. Ryan Jones going to make a run down the far wing, gets it out of his stick in the back of the goal. Ryan Jones, welcome back. Ryan Jones, the Blackfish have been missing that offense. They've been able to make it work without him, and man, have they been clicking lately. So when you add that ingredient into the soup, oh boy, Ryan Jones. 2-1 now as they cut the lead in half. As Barnes will get this one off of the face-off draw. Brandon Humphrey there just in case they need to pass back to him. Tomek Gottfriedson will bring it over the timeline. Survey's looking for somebody to pass to. Trying to get around Patrick Corbett. One hand on the stick gets it to Henning now near side wing. Roberts, low shot off of the pads. Steered aside as Reese Blake will battle for the loose ball. Couple of swim moves, running through. It's another one, finally pops free, but Nielsen's there to help out. Never mind, Blake will get it himself once again. A great run. Reese Blake, we saw him with some practice roster time up in the NLL this season. Lacroix forced off, and across it goes. Yingling loads, doesn't fire, pulls it through, takes a shot, scores! Mark Yingling! Upstairs where Mama hides the cookies, 3-1 for the Shooting Eagles. As Mark Yingling, the offense that he's been able to produce in these playoffs has been something of excellence. That low shot, low high, finds its way to the top right corner. Top shelf he goes. As Isaac Richmond has a couple of problems with that one. He'll battle for it. Just in time, they get it across the line. As Porter will bring it over. Nice little scoop feed. Bromley running into Shinato, and Gottfriedson has to spin through it off the back of his teammate. Shinato, though, can't keep it up. As the two of them get detangled. In front, Mark Yingling behind the back goes wide of the goal. And the loose ball goes to Gottfriedson, knocked away. Picked up by Ben Gagnon. Fresh 30 to work with here. Shooting Eagles trying to smother offensively early on. Trailer play, Corbett getting around Gottfriedson. Big check in the middle to knock the ball loose as Ryan Jensen lowering the boom. And now Jensen out the other way with McIntosh and Jones. 3-on-2 they go. Jensen held up, nice stick check from behind. Jensen across, Jones fakes, push to the outside, passes as he's falling down. Here's the challenge. McIntyre runs right through his man as Dowell tried to make contact near the timeline. 9 seconds. McIntyre over the defense, blocked and ends up in the near side corner. As Reese Young will pick that one up. Jake Young unavailable for this contest as he had the knee injury near the very start of their semifinal matchup. Here's Cote, far side wing for Garrett Winter. Abrams defending on him. Winter around the screen of Cote, powering towards the front of the goal, pulls it back out. In front again, Cote diving, puts that off of the pads. Unable to find the right angle on it. And then takes the contact from Squarick. As Squarick going to feed that one ahead to Zubik. Couple of different lineup changes in this one. We'll talk about the scratches coming up at the officials' timeout. We're about a minute away from it. Ryan Gillis, final game of the regular season, a 7-goal performance. Quick shot in front, turned away by Bouquet. In behind the goal, pivoting, thought about the duck play. Couldn't tuck it around the inside post. Aiden Murphy with the offensive appearance. Tyson Nielsen, 3-on-1, cutting in. Gonna wait instead, thought about going for the quick stick with Yingling. Winter right down the middle, Ben Gagnon across, Yingling off the crossbar. Loose ball jumping up, Shinato knocks it away, and Ben Gagnon says, I'll take that. Gagnon to Fitzpatrick. 27 seconds, pretty much the full 30. Winter back up high, Lacroix loads, passes, Yingling back out. Fitzpatrick takes a couple of contacts, tries to cut through. Loose ball goes to Conrad Squarick. Squarick's going to get moving. Fitzgerald to cut him off. Squarick pulls it out, finds the trailer and Chase McIntyre. Lacroix, Shinato, and McIntosh heading off in the change. 18 seconds to work with here for the red and black. Chase McIntyre across the zone. Finds Gillis on the far wing. Up top, Jones takes the wide shot. Bouquet finds it with the feet. And that will take us to the officials' timeout. 7:17 left to go. And then season number 2, the Shooting Eagles. An incredible run that they had. And now here they find themselves again in season 3, looking to defend their championship. Winter to the near side for Bromley. They'll go back and forth up high in the zone. 5 aside we play here. Yingling curling, shooting. That one deflected over top of the goal into Bromley's stick. He'll take a shot, stopped by Humphrey. Rebound off of the far window. Cote pushed. Abrams as Gottfriedson out and running. 2-on-1 with Barnes. Gottfriedson in, stopped by Bouquet. As Gottfriedson stays out of the crease on the rebound, pinned into the far side corner. Gottfriedson stays with it, trying to get it to Barnes, scoops it over. Barnes, nice check there to knock him away from the shot. Good work there by Isaac Richmond. Glancing blow there by Gottfriedson, gets the ball. Now it's loose again. Brandon Fitzgerald there to help out as they throw this one ahead. Lacroix, near side wing. 6-16. Lacroix pulling Zubik as well as Trent Kellner out of the zone. Tried to swim through, lost the ball, got it back. Lacroix has options. Zubik following. Threw it back up high. Yingling lets the blast go off the crossbar again. Yingling threatening for more damage here. Jensen taken down, and here comes a penalty call as they throw it across to Aiden Murphy. Humphrey to the bench. Extra attacker coming out is Ryan Jensen. Slow to get up here. He's going to hobble himself over to the bench as he'll be replaced. Can barely get himself off the floor right now. Hopefully we'll get an update on him. As Gillis off of the far side wall. 5 seconds left. Murphy loads, fires off of Bouquet. And the loose ball going to be swept away. Reese Blake trying to get down to it. And they're going to say that one was tipped, so it stays alive with a fresh 30 possession here. Reese Blake needed to scoop that one up proper. So still 6-on-5 for the extra attacker. It's been extended here. Right back out in front. Quick shot wide of the goal. Stays in, though. Took an awkward bounce off of the corner, and Gillis will track it down. Gillis over. Watson. Low to high shot. Rings it off the post again. Neither of these teams can solve the red steal. And that's going to be another fresh possession as they come on down and scoop it up. Murphy will get the fresh 30. He'll have to jog this one back down the floor. Still 6-on-5 with the net empty. Gillis back in behind the goal. Cutters in front. They throw it over. Bounces loose to Connor Watson. Watson feeds it across. Can't do the quick stick. Jumps instead and put it over top of the goal. Nice cut at the back post. Just unable to finish it off with a nice jumping play. 4:35 left here. As the penalty coming up, our first of the finals. It's going to be Ben Gagnon, 2 minutes for a tripping call. So the Blackfish, no Ryan Jones on this power play unit. They're going to go with the unit that gave them so much success in the semifinals as they took care of business. Watson, Gillis, Henning, McIntyre, and I believe Ethan Umlaut in the far corner. Watson. Here's McIntyre curling up, feeds it. Umlaut comes out in front, swings and scores! Ethan Umlaut with authority at the far post. Power play goal brings it back within one. 4:20 to go in the first. Nice, quick, solid execution on the power play as Ethan Umlaut comes out in front and just hammers that one into the back of the goal. Could see him lurking at that far post for a majority of that power play. And then right at the end, finds himself the positioning in front and lets it go. Nearly picked off by Roberts in the offensive territory. They'll bring this one back out for the Shooting Eagles. Still up by one. In the middle as Isaac Richmond put that one wide of the left post. Loose ball, far side. Barnes, Abrams involved in the corner. Richmond will find the loose ball. Shinato takes him into the boards as they try and strip that one away. Richmond, McIntosh coming over as well, still holds possession, gets it to Winter. McIntosh applying the pressure. Garrett Winter keeps control. Yingling across to Bromley, 16 on the shot clock, pick and roll play. As near side, Gagnon over, Yingling shoots, stopped by Humphrey. Cote diving over, and it's going to be a loose ball push. It was actually less of a dive and more of a falling down effort, as Zubik giving him the business. Far side, Yingling. Double screen play. Now to the near wing for Bromley. Bromley, another screen play set, going to cut to his right. Rounded behind the goal. Survey says he'll feed it to Yingling. Abrams jumping up. Shinato switches onto him. Here's Gagnon near side. Towards the goal. Takes a shot off the side of the net. And he will get called for going through the crease as he took a couple of steps inside and picked that one up. As they send that one ahead to Reese Barnes. 3:04 left to go in the first. Connor Watson, the newly minted captain this season, led his team in the regular season with 80 points. Watson to his left, feeds it back up. McIntyre a blast, stopped by Bouquet. Loose ball, sent wide of the goal on the one-time feed. I think McIntyre just swept that one off of the floor. Reese Blake picking up the pace a little bit, finds Declan Fitzpatrick. Not a lot of time for these players to rest. They were all in action on Sunday afternoon. Fitzpatrick over, Yingling takes the shot. He's fiending for that top corner. 2:24. Kellner, left wing side, sees the opening. He'll take it. Bouquet holds the angle. Bumped into the crease. Henning can't pick it up. Knocked to the near side wall. Porter can't pick it up either. Now Ethan Umlaut will come away with it. Fresh 30. Fake ball play as Ethan Umlaut will hold. Far side. Here's Ryan Jones with it. Ryan Jones across. Laszlo Henning gets square. Moves to his right. Takes the shot. It gets through. Laszlo Henning. Under 2 minutes to go in the first, and the Blackfish have tied it up. Your regular season goal-scoring leader in Laszlo Henning introduces himself into the final. As Henning gets that one, picks it between the arm and the breadbasket of Bouquet. 3-3 now. The Blackfish, some offensive momentum. And with how they've carried that offensive momentum in the second half of the season and into the playoffs, you do not want to let them run away with that. Nielsen able to haul that one in. Fitzpatrick over to Gagnon. Gagnon up high, has a lane but elects to pass. Cote pulling it around, back over. Here's Fitzpatrick near side wing. Trying to curl around, cradles, working his way through. Takes the shot, scores! My goodness, Declan Fitzpatrick goes for a walk in the park and deposits that one in the back of the goal. Fitzpatrick had a bunch of defenders all over him, gets through about 3 guys and just finds that one over the shoulders of Humphrey. Little shred of daylight and he kicks in the door, restoring that 1-goal lead. Reese Barnes with another defensive win. We've seen how good he's been in the face-off circle all season long. Squarek leaves that one. McIntyre fake ball play, holds it himself. As Watson drew the ire of a couple of players. McIntyre back towards the point, right side. Jones doesn't fire. Never mind, it's Aiden Murphy. Waving the wand, goes in behind the goal. 8 seconds left, taken down. Richmond's on him. Loose ball, finally picked up. Quick shot, goes wide of the goal. And so the shot clock resets, 49.4. That's a quick pickup and down the other way. Bouncer shot as Garrett Winter actually took Conrad Squarick's stick with him. Conrad Squarick thought to run a bit of a little interference play there, and all of a sudden Garrett Winter just ran right through the middle. 30 seconds remaining, about 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Spencer Bromley has Lacroix, Winter, Cote, and Mark Yingling. Lacroix across, scores! Dylan Lacroix. Quick run through the middle. And a 2-goal lead once again for the Shooting Eagles. Dylan Lacroix stops up at the near side wing, has his options throughout the middle, elects to just quickly take that himself, that quick first step, gets around Shinato. And when you're going east to west, that's hard for a netminder to stop. Brandon Humphrey is a solid goaltender, but even the best in this league are going to struggle when the defense gives up a chance like that. As everybody joining the pile, and it'll be called procedure against the Shooting Eagles as Roberts had pushed Blake on top of the pile. They'll continue the conversation there as now we are going to get a timeout for the Blackfish. Roddy Jensen. Jones still donning one of the A's for his team. And when you can have somebody come in like Watson, experience in the NLL, and be a part of helping out with his team's offense when they're missing a guy like Jones, Maple Ridge Berard, and the players step up, it really helps out. I mean, Laszlo Henning having another incredible season, leading the league in goals. Here's Yingling, takes the shot, just missed high and wide. Actually, it might hit the crossbar once again. Goaltenders have switched ends here for the second quarter, so long changes to watch out for. Far side wing, they go back up to Logan Cote. Near side, trying to pull this one through. Gets a lane, takes the shot, missed the left side this time as Mark Yingling. Been ranging from distance. Here's Remo Shinato. Shinato scoops it up in on goal. Knocked away. And possession is going to go for the Blackfish. They blew a whistle, but I think they're going to say that was to say they wanted to start the play stationary as opposed to the pickup play. Regardless, Blackfish keep the ball here. Gillis, pick and roll play, elects to go to the far side. Watson back to Gillis, popped out of his stick. Picked up and trying to fight his way through J.J. Milne. Gillis all over him. Porter runs the partial screen play. Milne out the other direction. As Milne scoops this one. Leaves for Mark Yingling on the near side. Yingling getting set in that righty shooter spot. Back up high, Bromley. Sees a lane, cradles, goes back over. Swing, near side, back to the near wing. Yingling turns, fires upstairs, and that one goes off of the chest of Humphrey. He'll throw it out to Trent Kellner. Here comes the pressure, immediately tagging him in the middle. Heinsohn will back off into his own zone. Connor Watson receives the pass, leaves for McIntyre. Ryan Jones, the last man coming off of the bench. Here's Aiden Murphy. Murphy towards the middle through traffic. That one actually stung Watson. It went off the backside of him. Murphy faked the back pass, goes to McIntyre. Far side, McIntyre takes a shot. Bouquet stops, rebound, scores! Jordan Roberts, right place, right time for the rebound, and sends it home to bring it back within one. Jordan Roberts, as Johnson feeling the effects there. As you see him kind of go down in the back of the replay there, Jordan Roberts, Superman dive across the zone. It went off the post, off the back of Bouquet, and into the back of the goal. So Johnson going to be able to get off under his own power. We had seen Ryan Jensen a little bit worse for wear earlier on. He's back out into the fray as Barnes will play it to Tomek Gottfriedson. Gottfriedson scoops that one back to Barnes. High pressure as the defense now going to get back in settled. Under 13 to go, 1-goal game. Ethan Umlaut feeds that one back up to Jones. Far side for McIntyre. Looking to cut in, feeds. Henning denied. Another chance denied again. Bouquet getting a pair of big stops. Back to Ethan Umlaut, near side wing. Feeds it in the middle. Henning, a third save by Bouquet. As Henning, 3 times he tried it, 3 times he was denied. Corbett receives the outlet feed, in, scores! Patrick Corbett hauls down the touchdown pass and deposits that one into the back of the goal. Love to see the range on the stretch feed as Bouquet went the distance with that one and right into the stick of Corbett, releases into the back of the goal. As Corbett, long range, helps him out there as he runs the floor and good things happen. Bouquet getting the primary assist off of that one as he got the big stop and then saw his man leaking out. Feeds this one back in front. Bromley takes a heavy hit from a stick. Crumpled in the middle. And a penalty quickly called there. Both officials have the arm up. And looks to be Conrad Squarick heading to the sin bin. 12:02 left. Shooting Eagles getting a little bit of their momentum back with the goal. We'll see if this is going to hamper the efforts of the Blackfish. Can their PK come away with something here? We'll see. 5-minute major for cross-checking going to Conrad Squarick. A big turn of events here. Already up by 2, the Shooting Eagles can get 2 more. As Bromley will play pass, warm things up, goes back to Fitzpatrick. Winter on the near side with Yingling. 2 righties, 3 lefties. Fitzpatrick, screenplay by Bromley, shoots off of the crossbar. Or off of the left post, I should say, as the loose ball going to go to the Blackfish. Lots of time left for them to kill off. They've got 24 on the shot clock as a dangerous play there as McIntosh nearly pushed into the open gate. Blake trying to put him back over the timeline. Connor Watson just able to throw this one into the near side corner. Fitzgerald ahead. 2-on-2, the defense getting set. Winter faked the pass. Now goes fake ball play. As Winter still holds. Feeds it over. Fitzpatrick. A couple of goals in this one already for the big man. Missed the pass. Winter coming out. Able to scoop that one up with the deft hands. Back up. Fitzpatrick. Now here's Bromley. Bromley back over to Winter. Fakes. Passes. Quick stick off the side of the goal. As time running down here. Lacroix was crashing in, unable to do much with it as Reese Barnes able to shield him away from the ball. Minute 10 gone by in the major. Again, per the Arenalacrosseleague rules, you can score twice on the major, as opposed to in hockey where you can score as many times as you want. Gillis takes the contact, able to get away from Milne. Gillis checks the shoulder, sees a cutter on the far side, finds Watson, scores! Short-handed goal for Captain Connor. Nice cut on the backside, gets in front, and a wicked pass by Brian Gillis. That's one way to kill some momentum of the other team. Gillis, the perfect pass, and you see that foot touchdown just outside the crease. Connor Watson paying the price, but puts it in the back of the goal. Short-handed goal brings it back within 1 as Reese Barnes will scoop it up off of the face-off draw. Reese Blake takes him down to the floor, still tangled up. Here's a 2-on-1. Out of the offensive zone, across, back, waits, takes, stopped by Humphrey. As they'll push things back outside. 17 seconds on the clock here, unless that one just roll out of his stick. It might have, as there was no reset on the shot clock. Here's Winter. Feeds it back low, trying to cut out of the corner was Mark Yingling. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Running out of options. Over, loads, fires. That one blocked. And they're going to say that that one actually went out of play, was tipped. Both sides hooting and hollering about it. Fresh 30 coming up for the Shooting Eagles. Fitzpatrick back to Bromley. Bromley feeds it over. Fitzpatrick. Ian Yingling going to give and go. Behind the back feed, Bromley shoots wide of the goal. Gottfriedson, jumping move there. Out and running the other way he goes. Gottfriedson cutting it on goal, loads, taken out to the near side. Solid check coming across from Corbett. And Gottfriedson injured right here on the play as he might have taken that one broadside on the helmet. As Corbett came across and blew Gottfriedson up from the blind side. Gottfriedson takes the helmet off. He might just need a second to regather his wits. As originally it was a good stick check on the initial play. At least I thought it was Corbett. It might have been Porter. Let's see if we can have the replay of it here to see who levied out that initial body check. Gottfriedson able to get off under his own power, which is always a good thing. But now 2 minutes of that major going to be cleared out of the way as the officials having the discussion. And of course, I glanced away right at the last second. I don't know if we can quickly rewind that. That's the one problem with the monitor being in behind. Glance away at the wrong second to look at what the refs are doing. But I appreciate you, Carson, for getting the replay up there. As Watson, far side, towed the back post for Imlot, missed up high. Nielsen will grab the loose ball and head the other way. As Richmond into the offensive play. Blake setting a screen. Richmond shoots that one. It was deflected by Zubik. So we got 4-on-4 here as both teams getting on their horse. A little bit of a track meet ensuing. Final man out of the offensive gate is Chase McIntyre. Still a minute 25 of 4-on-4 here. 8:48 left to go. McIntyre takes the shot off the post. It got through Bouquet but couldn't beat the post on the near side. Fitzgerald. Roberts all over him. Gets into the offensive zone. Cuts to the middle. Little scoop pass for Mark Yingling. Minute 3 left to go in 4-on-4. Yingling feeds it over. Way to the far side. All alone. Cutting in. Lacroix tried the backhander. Humphrey turned it aside. And he's going to get called for going through the crease. Quickly scooped up. Shinato heading the other way. Has Imlot ahead of him. Imlot has him out of the back post. Goes back to Shinato. Shinato, stick check, holds onto the ball. Feeds it across. Here's Watson. Takes a shot. Bouquet knocks it down and is able to cover up on the loose ball. Nice save by Bouquet as he feeds it out to Heinsohn. 8 minutes left. Here's another 2-on-1. Cutting in. And a pickoff by Remo Shinato. As here's Ryan Jensen now out the other way. Jensen scores! A pickoff by Shinato at one end and a goal by Jensen on the other. Shinato stops the 2-on-1 dead in its tracks and quickly gets it up floor, and Ryan Jensen, he's not going to miss those. There's that pickoff by Shinato, quickly relays it ahead, and Jensen gets in, picks the top left corner. What a track meet there. Hope you like the 100-meter dash. 6-6 now and still 24 seconds of 4-on-4. Players in and out of the gates in a blink of an eye. Reese Blake has the lane. He'll take. Humphrey collapses on top of it. No, it's in behind. Trying to find out where it is. As they push that one away, Gottfriedson running across. He's still alive and kicking in this one. As Gottfriedson feeds it over to the far side. Now brief power play coming up here for the Shooting Eagles as Squarick still in the box for 15 seconds. Near side, Gillis gonna feed it back up. Henning, roller, stopped by Bouquet. Young gets it, feeds it ahead. Up in the box is Conrad Squarick. Squarick joins the fray once again. We're back 5 aside. He's gonna head right back into the defense. Checked on Mark Yingling. He'll hold the ball, feeds it to the far side. Fitzpatrick on the outside of the dotted line. Humphrey gets the save. Near side off the boards, Garrett Winter. Winter looking to feed it back across. Goes to Yingling up high, gets it right back. Winter waits. He'll pull it to the outside. Lots of stick checks. They finally knock it loose, but he picks it up. 18 on the shot clock. Now Fitzpatrick on the right wing, cutting in. Tried to hard to the goal. Gets through the pads, but kept out. But a delayed penalty going to be drawn here as he was hauled down on the way to the goal. Cam Como, Zach Jones, and Josh Beauregard. Final series. The motivation of the Shooting Eagles to defend their championship. And then, of course, the Blackfish, the hunger, the desire, the first time they've made it to the mountaintop. Can the Shooting Eagles kick them back off? Spencer Bromley can't find the lane. Now he'll get it. Takes a quick shot wide of the goal. Tried to rebound off the back of the netminder. Squarick can't come away with a loose ball. Yingling in front. Tried to find Bromley. Shinato. Heavy check pushes him down. Scooped up though. Here comes Ryan Jensen. 2-on-1. Curls around to the outside. Ryan Jensen thought about taking it. A delayed penalty coming here though actually. Humphrey heads to the bench, so we go 5-on-5. Gillis back up high to Imlot. Connor Watson on the far side. Aiden Murphy joining in. Trying to run around the screen play. One hopper over to Gillis. Gillis takes that one blocked as Corbett got in the way of that one. And it'll be deflected. They're going to say that one going to be an over and back, though, even though it looked like it deflected off of Corbett. That will stop play, and we'll get the delayed penalty called here. Going to be a check from behind on Declan Fitzpatrick. So Fitzpatrick going to make his way into the penalty box, and we get more 4-on-4. I'm not going to be disappointed with that. We saw how fast-paced things got when we went 4-on-4 just briefly. We'll see what more these teams have in the tank. Connor Watson trying to cut in. He'll score! Connor Watson puts the arms wide. Are you not entertained? His second goal of the evening gives them their first lead of the game. 4-on-4. Kick it off with a score. Captain Connor coming through immensely here in the second. Knocked free. Porter had that one taken away, and just a lucky break there for the Shooting Eagles as that one bounces up and onto the bench to give them a chance to get back in their defensive formation. That one could have been another break for the Blackfish. Far side, McIntyre goes back up high. Here's Ethan Umlaut. Umlaut seeing some cutters. Everybody going towards the house. Umlaut, far side. Roberts receives, has Porter to beat. Couldn't find the lane. McIntyre setting some screens. Big body in front. And Blake, a big check there. Caught him with the stick up high, and here comes the delayed penalty. And we're going to see how long he's going to be as the officials, all three of them with their arms up. We'll see how long is it going to be again. We saw the major for Squarick earlier. We'll see if this one had the same degree of violence. Looks like it is going to be, it is a 5-minute major to Reese Blake. So the line was drawn earlier with Conrad Squarick. So here we go, 4-on-3. Gillis back over, Connor Watson. Nice deflection. Richmond, though, can't knock it down. Couldn't scoop it up, rather. Gillis, near side to Umlaut again. Corbett defending in the middle with Fitzgerald and Richmond. Here's Gillis, loads, fire, scores! Pick the top corner. Brian Gillis pointing at the fans. He's fired up. A power play goal gives them a 2-goal lead. Brian Gillis, big-time goal scorer, as he finds a power play marker to make it 8-6. You see him, a couple of stutter steps in, draws Corbett to his side, almost turns out to be a partial screen on Bouquet, and picks that top corner. And so they stay 4-on-3 as the Shooting Eagles, again, I guess they said that was, or now they go 5-on-3. I figured that initial penalty by Fitzpatrick would have expired as they cut in, feeds it over. Gillis takes, deflected. Good block there by Nielsen. Corbett gets a loose ball, and he'll come down the near side wing. As Corbett, a hook there. He'll be taken down and will negate some of the time here. A hold on Watson. As you can hear the players chirping back and forth. Watson's going to say he was grabbed onto. But that's going to negate a little bit of the 5-on-3. So Fitzpatrick still has 31 seconds. As we'll see there, Connor Watson coming across, and the official immediately nodding, shaking his head. So still 4:08 left to go in the major, 31 seconds on the minor to Fitzpatrick, and then 2 minutes for Connor Watson. So still 4-on-3 now. Shooting Eagles down by 2, under 4 minutes to go here in the second. As Winter, near side, 15 seconds on the clock to kill off. Winter thought about cutting down. Stick got knocked free, so Yingling's going to try and attack it here. Yingling gets around the first man, loads, fires right into the chest protector, held on to by Humphrey. He'll scoop this one up and throw it to Remo Shinato. Shinato sees a man behind the defense. It's Henning, puts it off the crossbar. As Henning took a heavy check there on the lower back. Nearly found another big goal there. As Richmond, 1:15. So now we're back to 4-on-4 as Fitzpatrick came out of the box. Yingling Waits, cuts through. He'll take, he'll score! Mark Yingling answering back. Shooting Eagles back within one. Mark Yingling has a double dose. Same way he scored that first goal, he'll score his second, as it's that low underhand shot that rises up and is just able to beat the netminder. Brandon Humphrey flashing out that short side, couldn't quite get to it in time. 3:02 now. Nielsen up to the far wing, still 4-on-4, so buckle up. Hold on to your hats, hold on to your neighbor, whatever you got to do. Yingling cuts back towards the right, trying to pull through on Barnes. Can't swim under him. Pulls it to the outside. Quick stick at the back post, and Humphrey gets there in time. Rolls off his pads right into the stick of the defense. Out the other way they go. Wide, 3 across they go. Diving play, stopped by Bouquet. Shinato had it knocked out of his stick, and Brandon Fitzgerald will get it into his. Solid effort by Bouquet, as Roberts, the almost identical diving play that he had earlier on in the game, not able to capitalize there. 13 seconds left before it's the power play once again for the Blackfish. They're going to send one guy out defensively because they know Watson's going to be coming out of the box. As Watson, out he comes. Still 2:05 left in the major. 1 goal lead for the Blackfish here in game 1. Best of 3 series for the Arena Lacrosse West title. Lot, far side, Henning, gonna start the ring around the Rosie. Coming all the way back, Gillis will put it back in Watson's stick. Henning to Gillis, gets it right back, behind the back feed. Watson fakes, takes, he scores! Hat trick for Connor Watson! 1:31 left to go in the first half, and Connor Watson makes it 9 for the Blackfish. As Watson picking his spot, the patience on display here. You can see him draw the stick of Fitzgerald up and then shoots around him. Connor Watson, 80 points on the regular season, and he is fired up there. Blackfish now with the 2-goal lead. Shooting Eagles, it is up to them to respond. Nice knock by Roberts. Shinato stick check on Johnson. Ball comes loose. And it'll be the 8-second back floor violation as Roberts scoops it up on the far side. They blow play in. 1:17 left to go here in the first half. Gillis over to Ryan Jones. They're seeming to ease him into the offense here in this game. Already has a goal to his name. Far side, Roberts has one man to beat in Porter. Johnson jumps the screen, behind the back feed. McIntyre wasn't ready for it. Richmond coming across. Couple of stick checks. McIntyre using the big body to shield. Murphy, can he scoop it up? No, Heinsohn there as well. Just tried to scoop that through to the front of the goal, and it just missed the near side. J.J. Milne, he'll scoop things up. 45 seconds left to go here in the first half, that is. Here's Mark Yingling. Yingling loads, looking for a pass across the zone. Now he's got a shooting lane. He'll take. Humphrey finds it from distance as Squarick. That one ends up slightly in behind him as they're trying to find that one where it came to rest in the crease. Far side in front of the benches. Everybody got to make sure they got the right amount of bodies. Here's the extra attacker play. 6-on-5. Connor Watson will hold. Connor Watson. No shot clock to worry about here. 10 seconds left. Watson to Gillis. Going to cut back into the middle. Here's Ryan Jones. Jones backside. Watson shoots. Bouquet the stop. Loose ball. 2 seconds. Henning back to Jones and unable to get it to go as Alex Bouquet, the last line of defense, stops the extra attacker play in its tracks. It stays 9-7 going into the locker rooms for the intermission. They got their first lead of the game at the 5:25 left mark of the second. And we'll see if they ever look back. Connor Watson with the triple crown, a power play goal, shorthanded goal, and an even strength goal. The natural hat trick in the second quarter. And we'll see. We start things out 5-a-side, which over the last little bit is a pretty unusual circumstance. We had a lot of 4-on-4 in that second quarter. Connor Watson, hungry for a little bit more, feeds it in front. Ryan Jones, quick shot off a bouquet. Loose ball, gonna go back to the Blackfish. Up top to Roberts. Near side wing, just over 30 seconds gone by. Quick shot by Gillis, Bouquet handles it with ease. And Fitzgerald's gonna pick up the loose ball. Fitzgerald looking up the floor, twists and turns his way through center. Leaves it there for Dylan Lacroix. Lacroix, Garrett Winter trying to move through the center. As Lacroix sent to the outside by Squarick, a little bit of trash talk there. As Bromley, a back screen, feeds it over. As Lacroix trying to cut through on Gottfriedson, taken down. Quick shot over top of the goal, just missed the rebound. It did Ben Gagnon on the near side. Comes all the way down into the offensive zone of the Shooting Eagles. Bromley's going to run off on the change as Conrad Squarick will scoop it up to start things off. Here's Chase McIntyre. McIntyre, J.J. Milne going to tag him, tries to get around the screen. McIntyre feeds it over. Laszlo Henning tried to quickly get it out of the stick. A nice block there as they collapse on the loose ball. Picked up, McIntyre. 11 seconds of the shot clock behind the back feed. Gillis spinning off of the contact, shoots, and a block. Loose ball, 5 seconds left. Who can come away with it? 3 seconds. Taken out over the half line as the players tangled up. J.J. Milne stepping over top of them as they finally get untangled. They'll head their separate ways and head off to the benches. Physicality, the key early here in the third. Fitzpatrick, pocket pass, quick shot. They'll say it's in, as that one just creeping over the goal line to the near side post. Referee in position down the near side. And the Shooting Eagles strike first here in the second half. As that quick shot, little pocket pass got through Humphrey enough. We'll see here on the replay. Fitzpatrick finds it back, and that shot just enough. Just enough as it gets across the line to make it 9-8. Reese Blake takes it across the line. He'll find himself a bit of time and space. Here comes the cavalry as the offense changes on. Blake and the defense complete the change onto the bench. Far side, Zubik calling out the shot here. Connor Abrams in the middle as well. Mark Yingling with the ball. Yingling to the near side, Lacroix. Lacroix opening things up, backs in, feeds it back over. Yingling shoots off the mask. Yingling gets the loose ball. Rounded behind the goal to the near side. Tried the tuck play, and Humphrey shuts it down. He'll jump out of the crease and scoop this one up himself. Brandon Humphrey using his noggin on that one. Square on the mask as he stops Mark Yingling's blast. 19 of the shot clock. Connor Watson stutter steps, pulls up. Fitzgerald watching him. Watson thought about shooting around the defense. Holds. Gets square, feeds it over. Quick stick, they score! Quick stick so fast you barely saw it. Brian Gillis finds pay dirt. A nice feed by Connor Watson. He'll add to the point tally. He's up to 6, I believe, tonight. As he finds him on the far side. Brian Gillis. Quick stick action on the far side. It's an even 10, double digits. For the Blackfishes, Reese Barnes a little worse for wear there. Here's an opportunity up the middle. Nielsen stopped by Humphrey. Brandon Humphrey lunges out on the near side. As Reese Barnes a little slow over at the benches. He'll be tended to by the training staff. As the Blackfish into the offensive zone, they'll start on the far side with Ryan Jones. Behind the back, feed him, Lott in front, diving play, puts it between the legs of Bouquet. As Roberts getting into it with Reese Blake. They'll go their separate ways. 11.5 left to go here. Shooting Eagles misplay the pass as Abrams across to Cole Zubik. Zubik up for Shinato. Shinato, 25 on the shot clock, crisscrossing, finds a man, back over to Watson. Watson swings it, quick stick again. Blocked, actually picked off. Here's Porter with a burst of speed, putting on the afterburners. Porter in on goal, scores! Good luck catching that man. Porter with a breakaway and finishes it off. Doug Porter putting on the afterburners. See you later, bye. Gets that one, heads out the other way. And a one-hopper through the legs brings it back within one. 11:07. As the officials, the training staff are going to trade benches there, as I believe they sent a man over to quick have a word with Reese Barnes. The training staff from the Eagles side now going to go back across, and he's having a word. I'm trying to see who that is that's off to the side there to the left of the benches. As the big check between Squarick and Blake. Squarick will come away with the better side of it. Is that a fist bump I saw for the two of them? The two big men sharing some kudos between each other there as they go off of the change. As the ball on the near side wing, Laszlo Henning getting a back screen by McIntyre. Henning, pick and pop. McIntyre cutting towards the goal. Backpacking, puts it wide left. And that one going to go up and out of play. Patrick Corbett a little worse for wear as he was trying to defend on McIntyre. Tried the little behind the back strip feed, did Laszlo Henning. Near side, Spencer Bromley with the ball. Has Lacroix with him, setting a screen on Murphy. Bromley feeds it across. Gottfriedson defending. Nice charge by Winter. Stepped inside. Put that one wide. A little bit too much chutzpah on it. Shinato up through center. Gave it away. Shooting Eagles had to be careful they didn't have too many men on the floor. 10-10 left to go here in the third. Shooting Eagles bringing it back within one. Lacroix cutting in. Tried to feed it over to Bromley. He'll take contact. Loose ball. Shinato, can he scoop it up? He does. Fitzpatrick unable to knock it away. Jensen with Shinato, 2-on-1. Fitzpatrick unable to strip it. Shinato takes. And that one going to be stopped by Bouquet. He'll hold on. It's caught up in the equipment. Logan Cote will be back for that one. 9:48 left to go. Shooting Eagles into the offensive floor. It's with Ben Gagnon. Reese Barnes, Connor Abrams, Conrad Square, Cole Zubik, Trent Kellner, all defending. Far side, Yingling holds possession. Winter defending on him. Takes the shot over top of the goal, nearly tagged Lacroix in behind. Another one stopped by Humphrey. Loose ball. That one scooped high. Abrams trying to come away with it. Loose hand swing. Taken out. Gagnon coming across through the middle. Lacroix couldn't feed it in the middle. Here's Yingling, the trailer. Scores! Hat trick complete for Mark Yingling. The trailer play as he comes up the middle. Gets the feed from the near wing and blasts it home upstairs. Dylan Lacroix sees him trailing the play coming in. The defense unable to switch over quick enough. Kellner was able to challenge, but a half beat too late as Mark Yingling stepped into it, and we got a tie game. That one dropped back, picked off by Roberts as Johnson was already banged up earlier in the game. He'll be slow to get up off of that one as he heads over quick as he can to the bench. Brief 5-on-4. Now the final player getting out. Near side. Watson lets it fly high and wide. Jones picks up the loose ball. A dozen seconds left in front. Lets it go. Bouquet, they tried the dump play in front. Puts it wide. Roberts was wide open. Bouquet was looking for it. Here's the counterattack. Jacob Dowell spins around to the outside. Jacob Dowell, a former Grizzly, traded over partway through last season. Back in behind the goal for Corbett. Corbett, Humphrey watching him. Comes to the near side. Fitzpatrick loads, fires right into the midsection. Humphrey drops it down, scoops it up. Threw it up the middle, right into the stick of Ethan Umlaut. 8:07. 10-10 your score. Tense moments here in quarter three. McIntyre cuts to the middle of the zone. Liftle behind the back pass, stopped by Bouquet. Another one turned aside by Bouquet. Just threw the arm up at it. Far side, Roberts trying to force him back. Fitzgerald able to get it ahead. And a heavy check there on Heinsohn. Came together with Jensen. In behind the play, everybody getting off the benches. Coaching staff telling everybody to hustle. Can't afford to leave anything out on the floor here. Winter back up high to Lacroix. Lacroix takes the shot high-low. Takes the hit to make the play. Gottfriedson trying to escape the pressure of Yingling and company. Has to throw it up the floor, gets it across in time. 2-on-1 now, Murphy and Jones. Jones cutting right in, stopped by Bouquet. Loose ball goes to the Shooting Eagles. 7:08 left to go. Next stoppage will yield our officials timeout. Jacob Dowell will leave it for Spencer Bromley. Bromley out with Cote, Corbett, Fitzpatrick. Joining the phrase, Ben Gagnon. Bromley takes a shot as Fitzpatrick. A little shaken up on the play there. Delayed penalty actually coming up here as a result. Official in the near side corner has the arm up. Bouquet's on the bench, so extra attacker out. 6-on-5. Bromley. Yingling, the extra attacker that came out on the floor. Bromley back to him. Yingling, a blast off the shoulder of Humphrey. Ball stays loose. Fresh 30. Bromley saying, let's calm down here. Use the time we got. Henning going to be watching Corbett in the middle as they joust for position. Bromley up high, feeds it in front for Corbett. Nice behind the back feed to Gagnon. Has time and space at the near side across. Quick stick stopped by Humphrey as they got 3 Shooting Eagles below the goal line now. Here's another fresh 30. Defense holding on right now. Bromley. Kellner up high in the zone. Squarick in the near side with Zubik. Fitzpatrick cutting in, takes a shot wide of the goal. Off the top of the glass. And they knock it away. Finally, Shinato will scoop it up. And with 5:56 left, we get a slashing call, and which will also take us to the officials' timeout. So Trent Kellner is going to go away. Going to be a 2-minute minor for slashing, so we'll come out the other side of the officials' timeout. Midway through the week, can you believe it? Felt like just the other day it was Sunday and we were back here at the Fieldhouse, and now we're back again. Yingling, Squarick watching him. They're going to leave him at that sharp angle. Fitzpatrick feeds it over again. Yingling sees the cutters, looks them off, goes back to Winter. Bromley setting the back screens in the middle. Bromley gets it. Stopped by Humphrey. Gets it with the heel of the stick. Squarick releases to Jensen. Jensen sees the pressure, takes the contact, tried to throw it, and he lost the handle. Yingling scoops it up, and they'll get possession back in the offensive zone. Yingling over. Bromley off the post. And then Bromley steps inside trying to pick up the loose ball. Quick strike as they tried to counterattack off of the turnover, and they couldn't beat the red steel. As the post been making a lot of appearances in this game, as finally the Blackfish will get Aiden Murphy out to defend Dylan Lacroix. Here's the pick and roll play, comes out to Gillis, puts it off the post. My goodness, sounded like a broken record. Both sides, teams ringing it off of the bar. .441. Brian Gillis, still 40 seconds left to go on the penalty kill for the Blackfish here. Shooting Eagles going man-to-man. Reese Blake in the middle. In front, McIntyre couldn't handle the pass. Knocked away. Here goes Porter. Porter near side. Gives it to Fitzgerald, who brings it across the timeline. They've still got about the same amount of time on the penalty clock and the shot clock. 17 seconds. Lacroix back over to Bromley. Up to Fitzpatrick. Winter had it pop out of the stick. He'll go back and retrieve. Fitzpatrick. Yingling in the middle. Bromley had it pop free. Gottfriedson takes the check, back up, knocked loose, still battling it forward, gets it to Murphy. Now they'll have numbers if Kellner joins the fray, as they'll head off on the change. Abrams and Zubik heading out of the bench. Murphy just holds, takes a couple of stick checks, able to hold possession, getting around Mild. Still working him over there is Dowell. Murphy cuts to the middle towards the goal, takes the shot, taken down, and they'll get the reset, or rather the Shooting Eagles do, as Murphy just doing it all himself there as the team was trying to get set. Under 3.5 to go here in the third. Here's Gagnon. Zubik guarding. Gagnon trying to get around Barnes. Back up to Bromley. Bromley as Winter going to get called for the pick play. Squarick scoops it up, gets it ahead. Here's Nick Jensen. Nick Jensen near side, feeds it over. Shinato puts it off the post. Another one as the Blackfish trying to counter there. A great 2-on-1 executed, but they couldn't get it into the back of the goal. Here's an attack off the wing. Umlaut scores! Ethan Umlaut, shades of his first goal in this game, powers his way off of the wing and just swings in front of the goal. Ethan Umlaut with a powerful shot coming off of the right wing side. No chance for Bouquet in front. And after a couple of post plays, that one's got to feel good. The Blackfish back up by 1. Tyson Johnson able to win that one back into his own zone. As a nice little tap feed by Porter frees up Reese Blake. Reese Blake will scoop this one over to Corbett. 2:34. Roddy Jensen calling out the plays from the bench, loud and emphatic on the far side. Far wing, Cutters in the middle, Yingling across Fitzpatrick, a quick stick over the goal, missed high. Yingling a blast, stopped by Humphrey. Humphrey with a stretch feed, Connor Abrams, can he track it down? He does, but the defender is there in time. As the defense completes the change, they leave that one for Ethan Umlaut. Umlaut spins off of the contact, working on Heinsohn. Ethan Umlaut back up to Watson. Watson loads, pulls it to his left, couldn't bring it back out of the forehand. Tried to find a gap through the defense. Watson in front, turning. McIntyre stopped by Bouquet. That one actually might have been stick checked and knocked away. 148. They'll scoop it up. As Shinato and Murphy coming out alongside Gottfriedson and Squarek. Last man to change is Watson, replaced by Reese Barnes. Gagnon across the top of the zone to Yingling. Squarek jumps out to defend him. Yingling pulls it through. On his forehand, feeds it over. Bromley pulls it out. Gottfriedson sees the screen coming, stays with him. Bromley misses the near post, and Fitzpatrick unable to knock it down. Shinato picks it up, has a lane, feeds it over. Gillis going to be forced to the outside. Shinato stays out of behind the goal. Back across near side. A 1:07 left. Closing moments here of the third. Here's Henning. Henning feeds it over. Quick stick. Bouquet dove, but the ball never made it. We'll have a delayed penalty coming here. The official with the arm up. Going to be a holding the stick call. Under a minute to go here. As the official is going to be, again, 2 minutes for holding the stick. Patrick Corbett going to be going away. Still a 1-goal lead here for the Blackfish, and a chance to make it 2. Watson starts with it. He'll have McIntyre with him on the near side, as well as Henning. Far side will be Umlaut and Gillis, the usual suspects. Watson behind the back feed, fakes it, goes to Gillis. Right back to Watson. McIntyre curling, back screen play. Umlaut in front. Henning stopped by Bouquet. Loose ball. Nielsen's going to pick the far wing. As he pulls it back, passes it through. Tipped by Winter. Brandon Humphrey comes out of the cage to play it. Fresh 30, so no shot clock to worry about anymore. I doubt Humphrey's going to head to the bench. They're just going to go 5-on-4. As Watson stalks his way up. Final 10 seconds. Watson to Umlaut. Now Gillis. Watson go to the front of the goal. McIntyre feeds it over. Gillis coming in. Shoots. Bouquet the stop. Loose ball in front. Henning sweeps it wide. Once more into the breach. The final 15 up on the board. The Blackfish come in with a 1-goal lead. Forget everything else that led up to this point. A 1-goal game. Here, 1 quarter left at the very least in game number 1. Shinato. This one will go to Brian Gillis. Again, still 50 seconds of power play time here. Gillis and Watson warming this one up to start out the 4th. Gillis once again feeds it over. Back over to Gillis. Gets, loads, fires, and scores! Brian Gillis. A power play goal to kick off the 4th quarter, an even dozen for the Blackfish. As Brian Gillis, big time goal scorer, completes the hat trick when his team needs him most. And we have had some big goals by many a Blackfish in this postseason. Yep, Brian Gillis coming away with a power play goal. Let's double checking with the scorekeeping crew. 12-10 your score, 30 seconds in, and already that power play goal. So back 5 aside we go. As Imlot loads, doesn't fire, pulls it to the far side. Roberts receives, Nielsen defending. Roberts, scoop pass. Watson doesn't pull the trigger. On his backhand, shoots that one wide, took a couple of hacks in the process. Jones lets it go from distance. Bouquet swallows it up. Bouquet looking up the floor, feeds that one ahead to Nielsen. 22 seconds on the shot clock. 2-goal lead here for the Blackfish. Can they accelerate and find some more momentum here? As they take that one over top of the goal. Cuts towards the middle. 5 seconds left of the shot clock. Humphrey will make an appearance in behind the crease. As 12-10 your score still. Murphy has trouble with it. J.J. Milne all over him. And they're going to call the 8-second back floor violation. As the officials, now they'll blow play in. Cole Zubik thought he was going to be able to take that one and run the other way. Here's Mark Yingling. Near side, curls. Corbett gets inside position, shoots. Humphrey the save, gets a loose ball, and quickly out to Jensen. Jensen. As Jensen towards the center of the floor, finds the cutting McIntyre, goes low but pulls it to the outside. Back up high to complete the offensive change. Watson going to wait just outside the dotted line. Another screen set in front. Popping out Ethan Imlot. Makes contact. Gillis going to go over to McIntyre. McIntyre cuts over, finds Imlot. Quick shot blazing off of the chest protector. Imlot, fresh 30 as the Blackfish. Time is on their side here with the advantage. They're going to hold, kill off some time here. Young and McIntyre coming together, looking to set screens. Watson can't get the shooting lane. Porter watching him. 13 on the clock. Watson round Richmond, curling, feeds it in the middle. Gillis behind the back shot, getting fancy with it as he just missed wide. Souvenir for the young fans over on top of the spare turf on the far wing. 12-12 and a 12-10 game left to go here in the fourth quarter. Blackfish still up by 2. Far side corner, trying to come back up. Here's Gagnon. Logan Cote back over, keeping this one up high, swinging to the shooter spot. Winter trying to cut through to the front of the goal. Backhand pass in front, Cote swings wide of the goal. Here's Shinato. Jumping up the near side wing, has Gottfriedson in the middle, one man to the far side, 3-on-1. Shinato takes, stopped by Bouquet. Roberts finds a loose ball, sees the contact coming, barges his way through. Roberts round the outside, throws this one ahead to Ryan Jones. 20 on the shot clock. Jones to the near side, high stepping, feeds it back up high. Henning has this one. Watson to Jones. Has a man behind the goal. Jones feeds it back across. Watson trying to pull Johnson through. Takes off a Bouquet. Henning can't come away with a loose ball. Watson paid the price there. Henning in front. Quick shot wide of the goal. Loose ball. Gillis knocking it away from Johnson. Watson. As Johnson quickly bouncing back up into the fray. Back out towards the timeline. As Conrad Squarick will feed it across to Murphy. Gillis and Blake. Helmet to helmet on the near side. The officials watching them intently. 10:49 left. Here's Jones. Looking for the cutter. Finds him. Henning scores! Laszlo Henning gets the backdoor cut and finds pay dirt right on the front doorstep. Laszlo Henning, a long extended offensive zone presence for the Blackfish, ends in the league leading goal scorer, putting it in the back of the goal. His second of the game. As off of the face-off draw, Shooting Eagles going to get possession here. 3-goal lead for the Blackfish right now. Mark Yingling now near side wing. Shinato taken down. Ball stays with the Shooting Eagles. Bromley lets a blast go. Humphrey able to knock it down. Up the middle he goes as Jensen, a big check in the open floor. Jensen and Dowell staring each other down as Bouquet puts that one back up towards the middle. We'll see that one again there. Scooped up. Here we go. The fans getting into it. The players getting into it. It's a raucous atmosphere here at the Fieldhouse. Far wing. Jordan Roberts has Richmond to beat. Feeds it right in front. McIntyre stopped by Bouquet. McIntyre all alone on the front doorstep, and Bouquet said no vacancy. Blake spins, fires. Humphrey gets the save. Loose ball. Diving through. Can they knock it free? Loose ball push going to be called against Aiden Murphy. Shooting Eagles with possession. And Brandon Humphrey, they're going to blow play dead there as he's fixing his equipment. So possession coming here for the Shooting Eagles. Brandon Humphrey fixing up his equipment. He was put on his hat, his mask, getting it all back together. Puts himself back into one piece. As Garrett Winter, single digits left to go in the fourth. Shooting Eagles with a 3-goal hole now. Mark Yingling, left side, cradles, tried to go under, forced to the outside. Back up high, feeds it over, right wing side for Fitzpatrick, gets it back. Yingling around the defense, just missed wide. Can he track down the loose ball? Able to scoop it up one-handed. 8 seconds left. Winter trying to get through, feeds it across, missed the pass as Conrad Squarick throws it up floor to Gottfriedson. Settles it down, and he'll pull it to the outside as Roddy Jensen and company. There's a hack on Squarick as they headed off to the bench. Garrett Winter, a delayed penalty coming here as they caught Winter red-handed. 9:07 left. It's going to be an upcoming power play for the Blackfish. McIntyre back over to Jones. Jones loads, fires. That one blocked. Up and out of play. Deflected. And the penalty call coming here. And I think it's going to be a spear. As Adam Smith and company unhappy with the call, but it was clear as day over on the far side as Garrett Winter took the stick right to Reese Blake, or pardon me, Conrad Squarick, as he was going by off on the change. And discipline down the stretch is going to be massive on both teams. The special teams for both of these combatants are exquisite. You can't afford to give them time on the floor. Imlot, far side, Henning, McIntyre joining with Watson, Gillis, and Imlot. So 2 lefties, 3 righties. Gillis feeds it over, quick stick, and a stop by Bouquet. Loose ball goes to Corbett. Gillis trying to stay in front of him. Corbett out the other way, shorthanded. Fake the scoop pass. Corbett forced to the outside. Nobody with him except for Nielsen, so he'll just scoop this one back over to Reese Blake. Still 16 seconds on the shot clock they can work with here. Shooting Eagles still not out of this one yet. Down by 3 with 8 minutes to go. Spencer Bromley takes the quick shot over the pads of Humphrey. Stopped, cleared to the near side corner. Shinato picks it up. Throws this one the length of the floor to Ethan Imlot. Imlot. Near side. Looks towards the goal. As Milne just going to show block on the near side. Fitzgerald there with him as well. Trying to get the sticks in the lane here. Gillis, can he find a gap? McIntyre, Imlot. Ethan Imlot pulls them out, trying to dunk this one in. And they're going to wave it off. Blackfish with the arms up. The net was knocked off of the moorings. I think they're going to say that it crossed after the player stepped inside the crease. As 7.5 left to go. The Shooting Eagles were upset about something there, but I mean, they just had a goal waved off. I'm not sure what they were unhappy about unless something had happened Otherwise, they get possession of the ball here, and again, the Blackfish have the goal waved off. We'll get the officials' timeout with 7:13 left to go. So Garrett Winter is standing in the box. He's got 15 seconds left to go on his penalty, as the Shooting Eagles still right now trying to hold on. 3-goal deficit to dig themselves out of. 8 seconds on the power play. They'll have to go quick. McIntyre behind the back feed. Quick shot, Bouquet the save. Loose ball goes to Fitzgerald. Scooped up by Corbett. They'll throw things ahead. As everybody yelling at everybody. Here's a 2-on-1. Winter fakes, waits, takes. Humphrey gets the save. They were trying to get somebody, anybody out of the defensive gate to go check Winter. Somebody got there just in time. 6:35 left. Ethan Umlaut, Jones backing in, looking to set a back screen. Richmond jumping. Far side Watson. Watson spins, takes, Bouquet the save off of the shoulder and up out of play. So possession for the Blackfish. Ethan Umlaut back up high to Jones. Jones feeds it to Gillis. Running the route around the outside. Watson again off of the shoulders of Bouquet. Bouquet knows exactly where he's going. Fresh 30, 6:13 to go here in the fourth. Watson gets around the screen, pulls it out to Jones, feeds to Gillis. In front, Umlaut puts it wide. Loose ball in the middle. Who can come away with it? Isaac Richmond does. Richmond over center. Shooting Eagles going to bring the cavalry out here. Richmond leaves it for Mark Yingling. As Yingling back up high, feeds it in front, wide of the goal, out the other side. Bromley picks it up, back up to Lacroix. Fitzpatrick setting a screen. Righty shooter spot. Winter getting set. Feeds it back over, 5 seconds. Long shot. Stopped by Humphrey and up out of play, so Shooting Eagles get possession. 5.5 left to go in the fourth. Fitzpatrick around the screen, scores! Declan Fitzpatrick, a howitzer from the point. This one back within 2. Hat trick for Fitzpatrick. As we've been waiting for him to unleash another one in this game. Hardly see that thing, it's going so fast. 13-11. Just under 5.5 to go. 2-goal game. Reese Barnes controls off of the draw, trying to get around Tyson Johnson. Here's Remo Shinato. Shinato surveying the floor. Leaves that one for Chase McIntyre. Watson out with Gillis, Henning, and Jones. Jones getting a lot more looks here in the fourth quarter. Gillis, far side. Henning, McIntyre with him. Scoop feed. Another one behind. Here's Jones, stopped by Bouquet. Loose ball goes right to Fitzgerald. Here's the stretch feed. In behind Corbett, takes it off of the one hop. Partial numbers, Corbett loads, doesn't fire, spins, has a lane, cutting through, delayed penalty coming here. Shooting Eagles. Bouquet hadn't left yet, now he will. There he goes, gonna pick up some speed as he heads to the bench. Extra attacker gonna come out onto the floor. As they'll actually just look to give that one to Humphrey to get as much time as they can here on the power play. 4.5 left to go. 2 minutes for a hold. Going to Ryan Jones. Bouquet will make the way back out to the bench, or back out from the bench, I should say, to the crease. And the Shooting Eagles, possibly the most important power play of their season right here. Fitzpatrick goes back and forth with Bromley. 4:25 left here. Fitzpatrick. They warm it up high. 4:20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Winter curling. Yingling stopped by Humphrey. Loose ball across the zone. They have time to work with. Steps into it, doesn't let it fly. Garrett Winter back and forth. Quickly across. Can't get the quick stick to trigger. Bromley to Lacroix. Lacroix off of Humphrey. Loose ball in. Yingling gets it back in front. Bromley puts it high and wide. Conrad Squarick able to shield him away from the ball as Humphrey picks it up and feeds it up the near side. 3:47 left. 1:15 on the power play. Jensen goes across to Jordan Roberts coming out of the bench. Roberts back up to Watson. Watson already with one shorthander in this game. Sees a lane. Can he exploit it? Tries to go low. Bouquet squeezes the legs to get the stoppage. Goes right to Reese Blake. Under 3.5 to go. 2 goals is the difference. Heinsohn goes to Winter for Fitzpatrick. Spencer Bromley, lefty shooter spot, going to get a screen, feed it over to Yingling. Yingling back up to Winter. Now Yingling again. Into the middle, knocked free. Looking ahead, Nick Jensen leaves it for Shinato. Jensen going to slow up in the middle. Seems to be nursing something in this game. He doesn't have that usual speed we see from him. He left one man back in the offensive zone. 20 seconds on the power play. Corbett, Porter, Bromley, and Winter. Back defending across. Gillis gets it, spins, has a lane, shoots. Bouquet the save. Corbett, 2.5 left to go now. 6 seconds, and then Jones. He'll come out. Corbett has a lane, cutting in, takes. Humphrey gets the save. And Jones out of the box. Can he get the touchdown pass? Into the stick. 2:23 left to go. 5 aside. 2-goal lead. Blackfish looking to hold on. Ethan Umlaut to the far side. McIntyre, opposite corner. Blake looking across. Roberts cuts to the middle. Stopped by Bouquet. McIntyre tried to feed it back over. Blake bumping with McIntyre. 2 big boys going into the boards. Richmond trying to cut through, gets free. Richmond throws it over to Winter. Here comes the offense. 2 minutes left now. Lots of time by lacrosse standards. Winter. Lacroix and Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, long ball. That one stays in off of the glass. But I think, are they going to say that one just went wide? They will. It's over and back. Shinato has Jensen in the middle. As Cote watches him, they'll get tangled up. As Ryan getting called over to the bench quickly as he stayed out too long. They want that last offensive player out on the floor. Brian Gillis to the near wing, 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over, minute 22. Watson waits, feeds it in the middle, picked off by Corbett. As Corbett taken down by Gillis. And then Gillis touches up right away. Here's another power play for the Shooting Eagles. As Gillis tried to wrap him up with the stick check, ended up taking him down. And a minute 12 left to go in the game. The Shooting Eagles will have a chance on the power play. We'll see there, Corbett trying to cut to the near wing and then gets caught up by the arm of Gillis. Fitzpatrick starts out with it in the special teams. Gets it right back. You'd imagine they're going to try and get him loaded up from his favorite spot. Missed the one-hopper pass down low. Ryan Jensen can't grab the loose ball. Tries to recover. Here's Spencer Bromley. Bromley cutting in, feeds it over. Fitzpatrick scores! Fitzpatrick, his 4th of the game on the power play, and we're back within 1. 55.2 remaining. Spencer Bromley able to get it away from Jensen near the timeline. And then Bromley feeds Fitzpatrick, who feeds the back of the goal. And Colin Jeffrey coming into this game for Alex Bouquet. As I believe Jeffrey, the quicker-footed of the 2 goaltenders. So if they're going to be going for the extra attacker plays, Jeffrey going to be making the sprint to the bench. As that one thrown off of the official, knocked down Gottfriedson. Can Jacob Dowell get it? Knocked up, takes it down, and there goes Jeffrey. He's got the foot speed. He's going over to the bench. 43 seconds. Corbett will start with it at the left point. Corbett quickly to Winter. Gonna set some screens. Winter feeds it over. Bromley thinking to go behind the goal. Yingling, can he get a lane? Shoots, wide of the goal, back out in front, loose ball. There goes Jeffrey to the back to the cage. So they try and pick it up, loose ball. And they're gonna get a timeout. I believe now we're gonna get the Blackfish's timeout. They kill off some of the time because they've got the full 30. They don't have to worry about the possession. Spencer Bromley is going to start out. Connor Watson with the ball. Corbett's there. Richmond's there. Blake's there. Winter. They're going to go man-to-man coverage full court. Everybody find a man right now. And they're going to go with the empty net, actually. Jeffrey's over on the bench. They're going to try and get a pickoff play here. Can he get it across in time? He does. Watson has the open net. Should have picked off. Porter grabs it. And then a penalty coming there is Reese Blake. And now he's going to go for a little bit extra. I didn't see what happened on the far side. Reese Blake got tagged with a penalty. Porter picked off that shot by Watson right in front of the goal. And something happened between Watson and Blake. I'm not sure if he followed through on a check or what. I don't even know if the camera would have seen it. Do we have a quick replay angle of it before we restart? We'll see here. Connor Watson gets across the line, comes in, takes the shot, and he will get hit with the check. But what was the penalty call? We'll see it here. Now we look over at the officials. Reese Blake finished off the check on Watson after he took the shot. And again, Porter picked that off. Watson had the open cage. Porter picked it off. 5-minute major for a high stick. And Reese Blake is gone from this game. Reese Blake gets a 5-minute major for a high stick. All he had to do was not finish off that check on Watson after it had gone by him. And Porter had the pickoff play. 12 seconds left. Blackfish just have to hold the ball here as they throw it into the corner. Roberts, 4 seconds remaining. And the Blackfish take game one, 13-12. The boys in red and black, their first ever appearance in the championship final, and they'll take game one over the defending champs. Again, the final turn of events in this game, my goodness, as Connor Watson was able to get the ball over the timeline, took the shot at the open cage, but Doug Porter picked it off in front of the paint, and they were looking to go the other way, but Reese Blake